In this vlog, we're taking you along with us to Tulum Mayan ruins. Let's be out! Be sure to watch till the end. We have some useful tips for you if you decide to come and visit Tulum Ruins. We woke up early today, took our bikes, and it took us close to 30 minutes to bike ride to Tulum Ruins. We paid 70 pesos each for the admission, and this Mayan ruins is supposed to have a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea. Let's check it out.
Tulum Ruins is one of the most visited archaeological sites built by the Mayans.
Tulum was first named Zamah, meaning place of the dawning sun. The name Tulum means wall in Mayan.
Tulum had access to both land and sea trade routes, making it an important trade hub. Surrounded by 5 meters, 16 feet thick walls on 3 sides with 5 gates and a seacoast, Tulum was built to be a fortress.
Sitting on a 12-meter, 39-foot tall cliff, the Maya built the walls as protection. There are 3 major structures: El Castillo, the Temple of the Frescoes, and the Temple of the Descending God.
El Castillo, which translates to castle, was the main viewing point for sailors. It is the largest structure within the Mayan city compound.
The Temple of Frescoes was used as an observatory for tracking the movements of the sun.
And Temple of the Descending God, which has a small staircase and carving over the door that looks like an inverted man with wings.
Some archaeologists believe this is a sculpture of a Mayan god of bees and honey. When we first came in, the beach area was roped off. It opens at 9 a.m. and as you can see, there is lifeguard on duty. So you can go swimming right next to the ruins. Who is ready for a dip? Here are some tips while visiting Tulum Ruins. It is a very popular tourist attraction, hence
you have to get here early to avoid the crowds, the tourist buses, and everyone else coming here. We got here early.
Right at the opening of the park.
There was hardly anyone here, so we had the park pretty much to ourselves and we were able to explore without having to go around tourists and everyone else.
Big tourist groups.
Huge tourist groups.
Number 2, there is a beach here and it opens around 9 a.m.
9 a.m. the lifeguard comes and you have access to the beach, which is a very beautiful beach right here. So
if you walk around and get way too hot, be sure to bring your bathing suit so you can go for a swim.
Speaking of hot, that brings us to tip number 3, the heat. As you can see, the sun is bearing down on us here. Make sure you bring sunscreen. It gets very hot and there's very limited pocket of shade here. It's pretty much wide open.
Hats, sunglasses, sunscreen is a must. Tip number 4, bring your own water and if you need, snacks, because there are no shops or vendors in here.
And like we said before, in tip number 3, it does get hot, so you will get thirsty. Tip number 5, keep your eyes open for wildlife. That's right, there's a lot of iguanas here. Coati, how you say it? Coatis, yeah. Combination of like a raccoon,
A
monkey. It's all like combined.
They're my favorite. And tip number 6, be sure to bring cash because the admission is in cash only.
Tip number 7, no drones. Drones are not permitted on the archaeological site. In order to capture our drone footage, we went to the nearest beach and flew the drone from there, being mindful not to fly the drone over the park.
Tip number 8, the entrance is free on Sundays for Mexican citizens and foreign residents, which means it's going to be even more crowded on Sundays.
Tip number 9, there is no parking lot, which means cars are forced to park on the side of the road leading up to the site, which means the later you arrive, the longer walk you will have to get to the site.
If you can think of any other tips, be sure to write a comment below.
And also don't forget, if you like our videos and you found it useful, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when our next video comes out. Until then, just be out with us.